So as we get into part 5, I told you that I would try not to talk about what the gang stalkers are doing unless they force me to. And recently on Tinder, another black sellout from San Francisco area. There tends to be a lot of them from that area at this point. And I have many theories about that. Eastern Star, location, feminism, homosexual, location, etc., etc. Okay, I'd like to stress that if you are playing stupid, it's either because you're a complete coward and a bootlicker, or you're in a secret society and you are an extremely cowardly bootlicker. To the extreme, a fanatically cowardly bootlicker. Think about what it means to be a fanatical coward. A coward fanatic instead of a religious fanatic. A blasphemous fanatic. Okay. And so recently there was this female, right? Black girl, Afro, likes art, likes money, teacher. And it's sad that teachers, we have many teachers who are either stupid or playing stupid. She said, I don't dig the conspiracy theorist guys, type of guys. For those of you who know, and I even pointed this out to her myself, so she really has no excuse. You know that I'm going off of fact and I connect the dots. We're not talking reptilians. We're not talking aliens. Whenever I make a theory, it's rare. Just take this video for example. All facts, all insight, all analysis, very little theory. I'm a political analyst, really. I'm a sociologist, really. I study human nature, human behavior, history, mental health, martial arts, politics. You know the things I talk about in my videos. Feminism. Those part of politics. Politics pretty much covers. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, and also sexual orientation and human nature, like I said. Anyway, so getting right into this now. Well, let me finish up with her. She's a complete idiot, a complete fool. Okay. And then she said, "Oh, it's because I'm a Christian. You won't like that." I'm more of a Christian than she is. I consider Islam a sect of Christianity that has it correct, and all Muslims consider that Christians had the Injil, and that they went astray and they messed it up. Now, anyway, into the video now. So I notice people who are evil, they seethe with the evil. And once you start taking them out, you tend to lose your pure goodness inside of you. You're the guy, it's like the trash man or something, You're dealing with the trash, and it changes you. You're no longer considered pure. The Punisher, the Hulk. To put it in comic book perspective, for some of you who don't want me to put it in a way that's disturbing, let's put it in a kind of humorous way, a kind of fantasy way, to keep it simple and to keep it from being too dramatic for some of you. So anyway, women use sovereignty over their body, which is a silly argument because a killer could say the same, and to say it is not a valid comparison shows lack of insight, and feminism does not make sense. Again, these are notes. I thoroughly elaborate all these points in many, many videos. I just felt I should take the key points from the videos of about 95 videos, I believe it was, almost 100 videos, put them in a 10-part series, with the last part being a review. Part 10, mostly a review. So all these points are valid, logical. To debate them is really silly. We're talking very basic stuff. For you to even talk about advanced things, you have to understand these things. And on the top level of Freemasonry and things like that, they understand these very basic points I'm talking about. I can argue theology and spirituality with them on the top level. But all these people on lower levels who are basically being hoed, because Freemasonry isn't just everyone who's on the inside. It's a very small group of insiders and a bunch of people being hoed. Okay, if you understand the groups, you have a group of people that you trust, and you have a group, as you trust them, they go lower on the pyramid. You have study groups, you have a group of experts, you have groups of people who see it your way, you have groups of people who see it your way that you trust, etc., etc. There's levels to this, what they're doing, which I find completely despicable. pernicious, deplorable, atrocious, and absolutely sinister. Anyway, gays turning in jail. Gays turn gay in jail because of being raped, and weak-minded people turn gay. So if someone gets raped, for me, I suspect that I was sexually assaulted and that they filmed it. I didn't turn gay because I'm obviously not weak-minded. I'm standing up to the oppressors. But there's some people who, are weak-minded. Why do you think gays act so effeminate? Even the ones who are considered the man if they have a relationship. There's one who's more manly, quote-unquote, and there's one who's more effeminate. Okay? But they're all effeminate more than the average man is. Why? Because they're weak-minded, emotional, sensitive, overly sensitive, just like women. Anyway, moving on. Nigerians have an unusual success rate, and it dissipates after 2 generations, according to studies. This shows you that psychosocial pressure, or basically the psychology of an individual as it relates to a specific social environment, psychosocial pressure, and their development in America is the black people's problem due to secret societies, white denial, stupid people, people playing stupid, and people who are ridiculously stupid, who are in secret societies, okay? Which I categorize as a different level of being stupid, because you have to really make a distinction between average Joe dumb motherfucker who doesn't get it, and a motherfucker in the secret society who's dumb, who has a lot of the tools they need, a lot of the facts that they need, and they're still fucking stupid. They still can't differentiate between right and wrong. They can't discern. They can't make the distinction. They're stupid. Moving on. Okay, so the secret societies cause the problems, and how are they going to help you out when they're the ones who cause the problems? How the major movements, the left, feminism, a lot of the major black movements, Sharpton and them, Jesse Jackson and them, and the groups that they're associated with now, the NAACP, etc. How are these people who are run by secret societies, who kicked out W.E.B. Du Bois for making too much sense when he was one of the founders of the NAACP, how are these secret society run groups going to save you from the secret societies that they're a part of? Pathetic. The secret societies behind the government are the same ones leading the movements against the government so they can do the Hegelian principle, the Hegelian dialect. Problem, solution. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. And I go over that. See my video about the Hegelian dialect. I'm almost out of time. Let me finish this up. Why people fail to weigh the challenges a black man faces against his success rate. Generally speaking, of course. When they consider the general intellect of black people, they don't consider this. It's like, let's race one guy with a backpack, that weighs 90 pounds, and let's race a guy with no backpack, no weight on his shoulder. And let's see who runs faster. Oh, black people are slow. They're slow. We're going to disregard the backpack. That's basically what they're doing, to make a clever analogy in what little time I have left. Now, things such as, and that applies to black inventors. It's due to why there's a lack of black inventors in the history books, more modern black inventors. It's due to white oppression, suppression, and repression of black people, such as the foreign policies, white privilege, manifest destiny, neocolonialism, imperialism, colonialism, etc. Hate groups, ignorant politicians, bootlicking Sambos, bootlicking cowards are one of the major problems, because we can deal with these scumbags who are controlling the whole thing, the puppet masters. We could deal with them. If there weren't so many bootlicking cowards. I have black women telling me, black women telling me that they don't date conspiracy theorists. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? What do you think the police officers were telling the black guys who came to them, like, the Klan is harassing me? Sorry, we don't deal with conspiracy theorists in here. Show us some proof. Black people of all people know there's a conspiracy against all Americans, especially black. There is no excuse. You know about COINTELPRO, that wasn't that long ago. You know about MK Ultra, that wasn't that long ago. All the stuff in the news, the police brutality, I'm out of time. But black people have the least excuse. Don't be a bootlicker. Thank you.